All new iPhones might be forced to have a removable battery, suggests leaked EU legislation documents.
Here's a summary of the article.
Are you constantly annoyed that your smartphone battery dies before the rest of the phone? Angry about the wastage that creates? Well, leaked EU proposals could force smartphone manufacturers to make all batteries removable. That would mean that all brands wanting to sell in the EU would have to make sure each phone has a battery that can be removed by the user, and that even would include Apple, the company most resistant to legislation around its iPhone designs, if attempts to make it change ports in the past is anything to go by. The idea behind the change towards removable batteries is to make sure that users can more easily change one of the speediest wearing parts of the phone without needing to take it to a specialist, thus reducing the amount of electronics wastage dead batteries can incite. The rumor suggests that the new proposal will be unveiled in mid-March, which makes it impossible for any phone designed this year to incorporate a removable battery. Well, no, it can only legislate over smartphones distributed within its territories, but every smartphone brand isn't going to be willing to give up the customer bases that the likes of Germany, France and Italy offer. Like the recent change to a single charging port on all smartphones, meaning Apple is likely to adopt the USB-C standard soon, the EU does wield massive power when it comes to the way phones should be designed, especially if there are environmental concerns attached. Even if this proposal does get unveiled, it'll be much longer before this comes through, and that's assuming that the smartphone manufacturers don't fight back for their right to design phones however they please.
This post received a score of 17,884, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
In case you only read the headline, this bit is quite important. There would be no desire from Apple or Samsung to forego the slimmer designs or water-resistant capabilities that the current all-in-one chassis allows, so another option would have to be found.
This will probably end up having a complicated definition of what non-removable means. Will they mandate you can just pop out the battery and insert a new one just as easily as you can swap a SIM card? Will it mean that the battery just can't be glued, soldered into the board? Will there be a max number of screws holding a battery cover in place? A requirement for no specialty tools beyond tiny screwdrivers? Etc. There's a lot of variations in designs out there, and most of the non-removable batteries are able to be replaced. Apple makes it rather difficult to change their battery. Both are technically non-removable by today's definition, but the second style is fairly simple to replace the battery when you need to.
I mean, if nothing else, they will have to make it so Apple can't sue third-party repair shops. That seems like the easiest change to get through.
Greater than could not verify the battery is an authentic battery. Charging voltage and capacity will be limited to protect the integrity of your Apple iPhone 13 Max Pro Limited XL.
Steel board from First Battery and Frankenstein it onto third party.
You can already buy aftermarket batteries with the T-chip that the OEM ones have.
I kind of assumed that guy was just kidding. But apparently not, sad face.
I find it funny that all the articles target Apple, when the law is general and applies to all phone manufacturers.
Apple generates lots of clicks.
Also, Apple is a pretty particularly strong example of anti-right to repair designs.
USB-C and a removable battery, hopefully all makers follow suit soon. Edit, and microSD, just an easy replaceable battery with little damage, and some phones 3.5, for God's sakes give us choices lol.
Why wouldn't they be forced to as well? They would be forced to. The headline just omits this to get more clicks.
Okay, makes a battery that lasts 3 months.
12 months 1 day.
The last thing I want is a return to people buying batteries at some sketchy mall store and having them go into lithium-ion meltdown mode on an aircraft. If it happens with OEM batteries, it'll happen a lot more frequently with sketchy ones.
The only time it happened as a worldwide, billion-dollar problem was when they were not removable, and not OEM. Also, removable batteries have been the standard for 20 years of cell phones? Then it recently changed so Apple could make an extra $1 billion per quarter. Why would a problem that didn't exist before suddenly appear?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.